Thanks for taking the time to listen to this. I want to first just apologize that I haven't been around for the last 6 or 8 weeks since my last thought-provoking thing going on between my ears here. But not that I haven't had thoughts, because I have, but this screened-in porch turned into a much bigger project than we had anticipated. Basically finishing it, with wood all around and big windows and all that stuff, rather than just a typical little screened-in porch. But anyway, so I'm just about wrapping it up. I want to get back into sending out a couple of messages. Hopefully they're helpful. A month, possibly 3 if I get real ambitious. Anyway, today I wanted to just talk about I call it a phenomenon that, or a habit that not only that I have, but I was talking with somebody that's very dear to me recently, and we both kind of have that same tendency where when we have a problem or something that we want to solve, we tend to throw money at it. We think it's either, a goal or it's a problem. We want to solve it. And so we go looking for other people that might have tools, or find a tool, and spend a bunch of money on it. And I have come to realize that many times it's the way we're thinking about the problem. The problem isn't the problem. It's how we're thinking about the problem. Nelson Nash used to talk about that. Other friends talk about that. It's the way that we think, period. And so we have to change and look at it from different points of view, whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. And what I'm here to talk about is that many, many times those answers to what we perceive as the problem, first we discover that the problem wasn't that. The problem is we're not thinking about it correctly. And also that we're not listening to our own intuitive voice. The world outside has so much, they call it noise, right? There's so much information coming at us. There's so much to do. Just in our everyday life, there's so much to do without adding all of that. And we were designed, when we came to this, when we were born and came to this earth, we were designed with a multitude of gifts that are unique to us in combination. And we have the answers to our problems internally. We all do, many times. And sometimes those answers will be that voice, that intuitive voice, or God, or the universal energy of the universe, whatever you want to call it. I call it a God energy. I call it God. And that voice, his voice is in my head at a particular time when I'm thinking about something, I'm trying to make a decision, and I think I've got to make the decision. And many times I think I'm alone, in this decision. And in fact, I'm never alone. Never alone. That God is always there with me to help make that decision. And if I listen to the voice, because the voice is there, a lot of times, I'm running around like crazy, and there's so much noise in my head that I can't hear that. But just as an example, day before yesterday, I was in one of those quandaries. I was wanting to go work on a little project, help somebody with a little project. And, it wasn't going to rock my world, but it was going to really, they were going to be very happy, once it was done. But there was something inside of me that was saying, you don't need to go do it today. You don't have to go do it this afternoon. And I kept fighting with it. I was actually driving like I was going to go to the project. And I just kept having this voice and said, just go home and work on the screen porch, which will make you happy. You can, because I could feel it inside me. I could feel the joy that just thinking about what it was that I wanted to accomplish here on this little porch. And so I decided to follow it. I decided to listen, to trust, and to obey that my own internal voice from God. And I did. And as I pulled in the driveway, the phone rang. And it was the electrician that had done all the outlets, that had put them in. And I had called 2 weeks ago to say that we're ready for them to come and finish, put the light in that you can see behind me there on the ceiling, did the outlets and some switches. It wasn't a big job. It was really small for them. That he calls out of the blue and just says, hey, I can come right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes if that's okay. And I said, yeah, I'll be here. And we got that done, and I was so ecstatic about that. Not even just the work that I did on the screen and porch. Because I played with the lights here are on dimmers. And just to have light out here, because it's pitch dark, we're outside. Just following that voice and trusting it and obeying it turned out to be the best decision I'd made all day. And this morning I was running off to another little project, actually at the same place, just there's one other little thing they'd like to do. So I was running off to do that, and I had the voice saying, you should make and share this message. And so I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Who knows how it'll turn out, but I enjoy doing this. And I want to share about thinking about the problem that's running around in your head and being open to the possibility that you don't have all the answers yourself, which is what I'm guilty of many times. That there is that intuitive voice speaking to you all the time, but there's so much noise around us that we can't hear it. So to just quiet your mind down, to sit, like I'm planning on reading out here on this porch, because I love to read. This will be the sanctuary for that, and maybe taking a nap every now and then. But to quiet our minds, like my friend Carl Honoré is always talking about, to slow down so that we can think, not slow down and be slow all the time, but be slow enough so that you can really think about something in a calm, peaceful way. The answer from the universe will come to you in the quiet. So trust your inner voice. Maybe sometimes you do have to throw some money at a problem, but where you throw it, how you throw it, could be coming from your intuitive voice that you'll never hear if you just logically think that you're in charge and you can make the decision and you know the answer. Take pause and really listen to the voice. Providence moves when we're quiet and listening. And once we commit, Providence again then moves again in the direction. Resources and people will show up beyond our imagination. Really beyond. Because it is beyond. And so when I'm thinking about financials, to learn about financials, many times when I tell, like if I want to speak to somebody about, they'll ask, oh, what do you do? And I'll say, well, I help people learn about other alternative ways of thinking about their finances. to possibly enhance their current financial life, but also open them up to other ideas about the way it works, to be able to show them how what it is that they're doing, how it really works over time. And so to keep an open mind about whole life insurance, and when I say whole life, there's other products within the whole life family that are not what I'm talking about. Like, and I'm not poo-pooing these products, like IULs, variables, universals. But you really want to understand how they really operate. And I can show you that. But I also want to talk about whole life that we're talking about, dividend paying, even the variables and ULs. Those all can have dividends as well. We're talking about mutual insurance companies. So you become an owner, mutual, all that kind of stuff. But to keep an open mind about the problem. You don't have to just throw money at it. Number one, you can call me, email me with any questions, anytime, and I will answer it. Doesn't cost a dime. You don't even have a stamp to mail. So you can pick up the phone and call. You can go to my website. You can set up a call. We can do a Zoom so you can meet me. Other than through this medium. Anyway, I think that's about all I really wanted to say, and I'll say it one more time, to have the confidence, the faith, the faith in your God, faith in yourself, to be able to listen to that small, still voice, to be a partnership with the eternal nature of the universe that you are, that you came from and will return to know that you have the answers, or the ability to get the answers. But in order to do that, you have to keep an open mind. And I think that's about it for today. So please do reach out to me, and please do watch the attached video if you would. I had a nice conversation with someone that is also doing this same kind of thing. And we collaborated on a call. And I think you'll find it very interesting. He's been at it for about 15 years, I think he said. And he's Canadian. And the Canadians do the same thing. His name is Jason Lowe. So please do take the time. It's going to be a 2-part thing, so it's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I think you'll enjoy it. So anyway, thank you for your time here today, and reach out to me anytime, whichever way you like, phone, email, text, whatever it is. Website is blueskyfinancialflow.com. That's blueskyfinancialflow.com. All right, thank you, and have a great day.